My name is Johan Söderbom. I work for Innoenergy. We have a very interesting situation because we have in a very short time in Europe managed to actually establish ourselves as a very important or good area for cell manufacturing. So we have 45 different projects that is aiming to produce somewhere around 1,000 gigawatt hours a year by 2030. I think we have learned very well how to set up these factories. Some of them are already up and operating, and we know how to do that to some extent at least. However, since our competing edge in Europe really is that we are producing green batteries. We are using renewable energy. We want to source raw materials which are green and so on. That's really one of the challenges we have. So if we're going to compete on that side, we also need to be able to have raw materials, and that is really one of the big challenges we have. Then we have other challenges which is more technical, which would be new chemistries that we want to get into the system. But I'm not so worried about that because we have an extremely good research and development community in Europe. So. Breakthrough would be to make sure that, first of all, that we from the beginning ensure that we have a circular economy. So all the batteries that are actually being put on the market, they are going to stay there in different forms. So we either as a second use battery, but after that, of course, as recycling the material. So it doesn't leak out of Europe or leak into some sort of a waste management. We need to be able to make sure that we can use the battery minerals over and over and over. The other thing is that we have to probably change the attitude in Europe that we need to be able to excavate and exploit the raw material resources we actually have here. And we have opportunities for lithium, we have opportunities for manganese and so on, but we are not using today. But that's not just a technical issue, that's a political, that's an environmental aspect and so on. So that needs to be taken into account. If we look at the last 5 years, then we have seen a massive commitment and policy engagement in Europe. We were, of course, behind China and some Asian countries, but the market that attracted most investment during the last 5 years, that's definitely Europe. And the reason for that is that we have both from policymakers as well as politicians, both on European level as in member states, we have taken decisions towards electrification of the transport sector. But I think most important is actually that most of the OEMs, the vehicle manufacturers in Europe, have also decided to go that way, which means that they have changed their production capacity, facilities, and you don't back down from that. Which means OEMs today that have more aggressive plans than what the European Commission have. We have a general ban on internal combustion vehicles by 2035.